So we have this Detroit MLS bid as we revisit the Dan Gilbert, Tom Gores deal. Friday, local city people said, well, we're going to restart work on the jail site. Now today is the deadline for the MLS deal, and presumably Gilbert and Gores to make their next pitch for the jail site. Now, whether the jail site is mandatory for this to go through or not, it depends who you talk to and what you read.
Supposedly it is not. It's
Correct.
not a deal breaker.
The MLS has said, well, it would be good. It would strengthen their pitch. I happen to agree with you, Terry. I don't think it is. There's land everywhere if you haven't noticed here in Detroit. But the point is, who the hell even wants this? When you really look at this, I'm done with the publicly funded stadium stuff. And understand, the MLS team, the soccer angle, it's the oldest trick in the book for billionaires to get public dollars to help fund their billion-dollar development. I mean, notice, you're not getting a soccer stadium. You're getting a billion-dollar development with a soccer stadium attached to it. This is about hotels and money and profit. That's all this is. Now, I'm not going to argue that well, anything's better than the jail site. Well, I happen to agree with that. But I don't think it's better that Wayne County or the city ends up selling pennies on the dollar again to Dan Gilbert, who has bought this entire city pennies on the dollar. So I just want to know if anyone actually wants this team here. I mean, we have how many stadiums within earshot of each other? Oh, that's right.
We're going to have
all
one,
of them.
2, 3, 4.
That doesn't help anybody.
All within walking distance.
Right, which is completely stupid.
Now, you upset that the money is going to Dan Gilbert possibly, or you're just mad that it's public money that's going to be funded for this?
No, I mean, it's the principle of it. I don't care if it's Dan Gilbert or if it's some guy named Bob McBobman. Okay. I'm making a point that the taxpayers of Wayne County are already $150 million in the hole in the jail site, and I'm not going to turn around and sell it for $20 million. That'd be asinine.
Well, here's what Detroit and Wayne County, in this case, Wayne County does too often. They paint themselves in a corner where they have to take pennies on the dollar to get out of a bad deal. Whose idea was it to put a jail there in the first place? I thought it'd be a horrible idea where you're trying to develop Greektown, and on the other side you have Paradise Valley, you have the stadium district and everything. So you're going to put a jail there. It makes absolutely no sense. You have so much land within proximity of downtown that you could put that jail or prison or courthouse somewhere where it's out of the way of folks coming downtown for the night or for the weekend.
You'd have to move all of it. I mean, they've said that. It's about transportation of the prisoners and getting them from one place to the other. I agree with you. I'm just saying you'd have to move all of it.
Yeah. Which, I'd be in favor of, because this is about the development of downtown. And once again, Detroit builds fortresses. They built the Renaissance Center. It's a fortress. So they build the stadiums where they're kind of locked in by churches, a couple of churches there. Ford Field, you have a courthouse there on the other side of, which kind of limits it too. So now you have this development, Greektown, you're trying to expand downtown. So what does Detroit do? Put another fortress there, put a jail. And that's one of the big things, big failures of Detroit. It's about prisons. It's about locking in great development ideas where you can't expand them. And that's why I'm in favor of this stadium. Now, let's say they don't go with the stadium, and let's say they scrap this whole jail thing. Somebody else, probably not named Dan Gilbert, and maybe it is going to be Dan Gilbert, is going to build a development there. And guess what? They're going to get some either tax dollars, or they're going to get something, but it won't be a stadium attached. And what will happen, it will go right on through. We won't pay attention to it because it's just going to be a bunch of buildings or a hotel or something. We're just, okay, that's fine. Go ahead with it. There needs to be some type of development there. There needs to be something to expand what they've already begun in downtown Detroit.
248-539-9797. Bottom line, I want to know who wants it. Who really wants this MLS push? 2020 or 2022, both. They're going to expand twice. I just don't care. The idea of having a fourth stadium down there, it doesn't appeal to me. You know what this is. You know what it is. The stadium is nothing more than the smoke and mirrors for the rest of the development to get pushed through. So I just, look, I get the mindset of, well, anything but that jail, or, hey, it's better than nothing. Well, I want to see the deal before I ever would go, oh, yeah, great idea. I'm just tired of it. Like, people actually believe that these billionaires, whether it's Illich, whether it's Gilbert, whether it's Goris, that they actually do things as like Pied Pipers. No, man, they've used Detroit to get rich. That's what developers do. Oh, Gilbert, every time I hear this, Gilbert has spent $2 billion. Yeah, getting rich. Do you honestly believe his ventures lose money? No. You walk in, you buy things pennies on the dollar, and then you begin crushing. So just save me all of that. I don't want to hear it. I don't need an MLS team here. I don't need it at the jail site. If they want to put it down by the water, go for it. You want to throw it in one of the vacant 10-acre sprawls in this city? Go for it. You want to put it in the suburb? There are several MLS stadiums that are in the suburbs and do just fine. I don't care. I'm making a point that this whole thing, it's all just this leverage play between the people that want the jail and the people who want the land for damn near free so they can further their fiefdom. I'm just not interested in it. But if you guys are willing to bleed for a soccer team and it's what you want, I want to hear from you. I do. But I don't think we have that desire here.
Well, there's no other U.S. city that does this, guys. There's no other United States city that would have potentially 4 stadiums in a downtown district all walking distance. No one else does this. This isn't some way to rebuild the city or to get more people there or whatever. Sure, you will for games and whatnot, but that's not how you build a city, just by throwing a bunch of stadiums in a downtown district.
I'm with you.
It's not.
Well, here's the best part about the arena where the Wings and the Pistons are going to play. It's not the arena, it's the surrounding area. And that is the thing they've sold the most about. We're going to upgrade Midtown, which has been a dump. We're going to expand Midtown to Wayne State, where it's going to be another district. That's the most exciting thing about that. Now, this soccer stadium, the best part about this, if they do it, is going to be the buildings and the hotels or the entertainment that surrounds the stadium. The stadiums are the avenue to get taxation or get money. But the thing that helps the cities is the other part of it, if they actually build that. And that's what I'm a little bit worried about. You know, when we talk about the Red Wings district or the Detroit district, they have to make sure that they build a district.
Believe it when I see
not just a stadium.
But I don't hear fans clamoring for soccer in Detroit. Sure, you hear about a couple thousand Detroit FC fans who love soccer. Generally speaking, I don't hear people that really have this huge desire to have soccer in Detroit. I mean, heck, I hear more about wanting an X Games in Detroit or something like that than I do wanting soccer in Detroit.
I think it's also, too, Mike, look, the development, it is what it is, but I just don't want another stadium. I'm just done with it.
No.
I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. This idea, too, that they'll draw 25,000 people downtown, I don't see it.
Well, let me tell you something. The Detroit FC people don't want it. Their fans don't want this soccer team. Those fans say it's going to be too expensive. They're devoted to Detroit FC, and they don't want this. So if they're clamoring about soccer, it's not this team.
Well, the proposal's getting put in today. Today is the deadline. Now, what is the offer on the jail site? We don't know. Financial terms are not disclosed yet. Will they try to continue work on the jail site separate of this? I couldn't tell you. Those are just reports. It just comes down to, as Metro Detroiters, or if you live in Detroit City proper, is this really what you want? Is this really what you want to go and do?
I'm going to guess people that live in Detroit proper do not want it. What this stadium is for the new millennials. I'm not attacking you guys that have moved downtown, that like soccer, that follow European soccer, follow MLS. They're going to be at this stadium. You got to give them a good product. You got to give them a lot of fun and stuff. So they're going to be the ones that's going to go. This is not for me. This is not for Hatchet Man, because this is not my deal. I won't be there.
Personally, I think they should hold
people.
out for the badminton stadium, but
4,000 seat venue. Perfect.
3,500.
Put it in Corktown. 248-539-9797. We got the Pistons in the mix and this stadium deal and all that comes with it. I want to know what side you're on with it. And to me, it's simple. Hey, if Gilbert wants to spend the money, Gorse want to spend the money, go for it.